And it looks like we are on. Hello, everybody. This is me. I'm Daria. I'm a senior community manager here at Raw Fury. And this is Angelica, our experience producer.
Hey, everybody.
We are very excited to present the Survival Mixtapes new game mode for you today for Kingdom 80s.
Yeah.
If you haven't heard it yet somehow, this is a mode that will allow you to beat unending waves of greed. So if you ever wanted for more challenge in Kingdom 80s, this is your chance. This is a perfect mode just to kind of stick around and move and defeat and build your camp as much as you can.
Yeah, I mean, we wanted to give players even more of a challenge. We wanted to give them a new way to play Kingdom 80s. We wanted to put like a little twist on the stuff they've seen so far and just give them a reason to come back and explore, the world of Kingdom even more, with a little twist and a little bit more of a challenge this time around.
Yeah, and how cool that this challenge is in the form of the mixtapes. Also something that comes from the aesthetics of 80s, gives you all the vibe. Like, remember those synths that you heard in the main game? How cool this is, like, when you play and there is this music and this beautiful pixel art that kind of just soaks you in. And it's just amazing that even the new game mode also has the kind of the same vibe, but at the same time presents you with something new.
Yeah, we're going all in with the 80s theme and just remembering those of us that were alive in the 80s, my sweet summer child, remembering everything we were seeing, doing, enjoying all the culture that was around, and having those mixtapes and trading with our friends. I mean, I was a baby in the 80s for sure, but I still had those mixtapes. I was still trading it with my friends even way bit in the 90s. But yeah, so we were really excited about the format that we came up with for this, and just giving players even more Kingdom 80s and a new way to play it, with more focus, a little bit less focus on the story and a lot more focus on getting that challenge.
This all sounds so cool because I was not born in the 80s and frankly I started my Kingdom experience from Kingdom 80s, but I've always been such a huge fan. I mean, just look at this outfit. Like, I honestly just brought it from home. I can't say that I dress like this every day, but I absolutely love the style. And I remember when I was still a kid, my parents had like the VHS tapes and the cassette tapes, and it was so atmospheric to just like have these Sunday mornings when the whole family is gathering around and we pull like a mixtape and or like a VHS and we just watch a movie and there is this wonderful movies, wonderful sounds. And every time I play Kingdom 80s, like, it always gives me the feeling of that nostalgia that comes directly from the heart, from home. And I think it's an awesome experience. And survival mixtapes, they really give you a chance to stay there longer, to enjoy the whole thing basically more and more and over. So but I'm really looking forward to start. Are you?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I love that the 80s come so naturally for you, Daria. You were like, do you have any 80s clothes you can put on? Like, can you do any 80s makeup? And I'm like,
yeah, that's true, by the way. Like,
exactly.
That's exactly what happened.
I can do a side ponytail. And that's it. And I looked in the mirror and I was like, I look like a giant baby. And then I just went with it. So
I mean, come on, it's the 80s look, right? Like, I don't think
you're nailing it. You're nailing it, though. What I'm going to nail is the survival mixtapes, because I have been playing this game for so many hours and I still enjoy it, and I still get really excited when you're just nearly getting that crown that you're aiming for. It's just,
I mean, this is so cool. I mean, Angelica here is the Kingdom basically veteran. She's been through so many Kingdom games, and I'm here just starting off as the Kingdom 80s player and just doing my best in what I can. So, but we'll see who wins. Maybe the fact that I started recently will actually help me. So let's see. Also, we wanted to mention that in the end, which one of us gets the gold crown, or at least as further in the game as possible, will actually get coronated. Look what we have here. That's a real gold crown. So we have rubies, we have emeralds, sapphire, so all the cool stuff. And the one who gets the more nights, who survives the longest, will get that one. So I hope it will be me. Support me. Support Daria. All right, let's go for it. I think we've chatted enough. So Now we are going to open up the game. So you can see I was already playing here a little bit, just enjoying my guilty pleasure.
So worth mentioning here is that Survival Mixtape is a different game mode than the campaign, and since it is something that allows you to revisit all the locations that you get to see during your campaign story, we want players to actually complete the campaign at least once. Doesn't matter which difficulty setting you're playing on, but you need to complete the campaign to unlock the survival mixtapes. So once you've completed the campaign, you can just hit the pause menu and go to the survival mixtape and pick the level you want to play. But you need to complete the campaign at least once to be able to take on these challenges. That's worth knowing.
Yep, that's absolutely right. So I completed my campaign just recently, and actually here in the middle of the screen, when the survival mixtapes launched, I could see like a prompt saying that, hey, well done, you completed the campaign, but there is something else to do. There is the survival mixtapes mode right here in your menu. So let's see how they look like. So here we have the cassette player with the number of cassettes. So there are 5 of them, right?
Exactly. The game has 4 major locations that you visit, and each of those locations has been given a little twist, and we put them on a tape each, and then we have a 5th very mysterious
Which one
tape.
is that? Like it's not even titled.
I feel like we should revisit this one a little bit later, but this tape is the development team having fun with it, having like extra fun with it. But yeah, the 5th tape is, we're shaking up the rules a little bit. So the 5th tape is for those who want an even more challenging challenge. Like they want the hardest of the hard.
No, I was already suffering.
Let me just go ahead and spoil. Like if you build a wall and the greed takes down that wall, you are not able to repair it.
Oh my God.
If you have a tower and the greed destroys that tower, you cannot repair it. So anything you build, you need to make sure that you can protect that. Otherwise, you're going to be screwed. So this is kind of a extra hardcore mode for our most dedicated players, I would say.
That sounds like a death trap to me.
It's just us having fun with what we can do with the rules in this game mode. So the 5th tape, a little bit of an extra challenge. So I wouldn't suggest us going in for the 5th tape today, since you wanted a little bit less of a challenge here, a normal challenge. So I would actually suggest we skip through the tapes back to the first one.
All right, let's do it. Yeah, that one we'll save for later, for the strongest of us. But you guys can try it already now. It's out there, so if you're interested, just go ahead. All right, let's try this one. So
No Escape from Camp Kingdom. So we are heading towards the first level of the game, which is summer camp.
And for the first run, it's going to be me who will try to win this, hopefully. Not sure how it's going to go, because like I mentioned before, I'm relatively new to the franchise, but I'm very excited. So what you can immediately tell here is that if you remember the campaign and the story mode that you've been playing, there's no canoe. The greed is not here stealing your canoe, and like that story element is just not here anymore. Your goal is not to get away from summer camp. Your goal is to stay here, hold your ground, protect that crown, and make sure that the greed doesn't beat you down. And the waves, they're going to be endless. They're going to be coming more and more hard every night, and you just got to make sure that you got those defenses built, secured, and that you've got the troops you need to defend the crown. I see. So my basic strategy is maybe very newbie strategy is that I invest in the archers, because these guys, they bring the money in. So usually these are the people who I spend most of my money on, and I really hope it's gonna get me a win this time as well.
I mean, sure, the archers, they're good defense. They shoot the arrows, they keep the greed from getting in there. And they also do a little bit of hunting during the day. And this is something that I see a lot of Kingdom 2 Crowns players coming and doing. They're like, okay, archers, I need archers, because that means money, and that means you get someone that can shoot the greed when they arrive. But for Kingdom 80s, we've actually given the workers, the little guys with the hammers, we've given them a couple of more tasks to do. So this time around, it's actually, I would say it's more beneficial to try to keep a little bit of more fair balance between having a whole of archers and just a
really?
few workers. So I would say workers are even more vital in Kingdom 80s than they've been in the past when you look at the other games in the Kingdom series.
Now that you're giving me the tips, I might actually win you, you know? So think about it.
Well, I would say like the introduction of economy buildings
yeah.
is one of the big things with Kingdom 80s, that instead of having the main income be, you know, the medieval methods of killing animals and working at farms, we instead see these very 80s inspired, cute, you know, extra jobs that the kids can do for pocket money, and that's where the workers really get to shine, I would say. So what we're seeing right now, we saw the little community pool where the kids can go and work as a lifeguard and bring in that little bit of extra cash.
Oh, so this is what it is about. I thought it was just a spot for fishing or something. Like every time I was playing this before, I was like, oh, look at this. Like you can just sit down here and you can just spend your time like enjoying, like looking at your camp in the distance and everything.
It's a little roughed up right now. I wouldn't be super excited about going for a swim with all that pink goo around, but once you've got this safe and sound within your walls, it's going to be a nice place for your citizens to hang out and have a little swim, take a bath.
As you can see, guys, I'm already out of money, so how is that for a beginning of a successful campaign?
Well, at least you've decided to head into the camp and stay safe during the night. That is always a good sign that you're not heading out away from camp, out into the dangerous
I'm unpredictable.
Wilderness.
You never know. I mean, look, I already got a little bit of money back, so maybe I'll just venture a little bit just to see what's out there, because why not being adventurous a little bit? You never know. You know, Kingdom is the franchise that has so many so many things hidden in the levels, and you don't always know what you're going to stumble upon. This is like one of the things I really like about Kingdom, is that it seems like you figured everything out, and the moment you feel like this, the game always finds a way to be like, nope, look what happened. And you're like, God damn it, like I never saw this coming. So, and I feel like in here, maybe there is something hidden here. I don't know. I was not developing this game, so.
Well, I mean, Kingdom is, as a series, it's a pretty old concept that's been around for some time, and we got, you know, the initial tiny little flash game that started the whole thing and then turned into this beautiful beast that we've got in front of us. I've been working with Kingdom since 2019, and I was a fan way before I came along. I remember downloading Kingdom New Lands on my mobile phone and playing during Christmas one year. And I just kept at it, and I just kept playing and playing and playing and playing. And then shortly after Kingdom 2 Crowns released, I was lucky enough to join the team. And to me, Kingdom has always been about that mystery, that sense of discovery, going out in the woods, you know, seeing the screen turn dark because you're in the middle of the woods, and just figuring out what's out there, what can I find, and how can I work with this. So that's one of the things that I really love about Kingdom. Yeah,
and you mentioned that you played it even on mobile during Christmas, and I can't even imagine how cozy that must have been. Like, even here we have a location of the forests and the camp, and when I see it, it just makes me feel like I'm there in the summer and I'm like 12 again, and me and my friends, we're up for some trouble, or just discovering something in the local forests. Like, it's just so nostalgic, even for me. But even outside of the whole nostalgia concept, it just feels so cozy and immersive. Like, it's just like you play, but you're actually in there. And I feel like it's a very rare feeling to achieve in modern days, because we have so many distractions. Like, we have our phones all the time, like we have notifications everywhere. But this is an experience when you feel like you can really kind of let everything go and just let it fly, because it just goes naturally.
Yeah, I mean, we put a lot of effort into making sure that the pixel art is top notch, and we're trying to capture those details that that really screams the 80s. And we've chosen this area, so Kingdom 80s takes place in the Bay Area in California in the United States during the 80s, and this is where our creative producer Gordon Van Dyke grew up. So everything in this game is kind of fetched from his childhood, and he's been overseeing all the art and everything and making sure that it's really representing his childhood. So it's like we're taking a journey into somebody's experience of growing up in the 80s and going out on that bike in the woods with their friends. And even if it likely was a more imaginary threat back when he was a kid, we're still getting to experience that fantasy. So it's pretty cool.
That's pretty awesome. Like, because this game does feel like a personal love letter. Look at how many details you see here. Like, it's just like, even in the background you have these little roads with small like lights, or I'm not sure, like Christmas lights or just lights for decoration. Like,
I think those are roads, actually. They're just lampposts along
just
the
lampposts.
roads. Yeah.
But still, it's like a tiny detail. It could have easily not be there, but it's there because like somebody wanted like to maximize this experience. No, not the Holy Are You. Andy, God damn it, no.
Oh wow.
I see this is your trick. You distract me with the talk.
That's the thing, like, I know how to play Kingdom, and then you sit in front of a camera trying to have a conversation at the same time, and things get a lot more challenging.
I was focused, all right. I know
you were.
No.
You want to know what I would do? Like what I would do with
this? I'm a proud and independent Kingdom player.
Okay. Well, I'm going to tell the people watching what I would do, and you can take my advice or not.
I pretend.
Okay, so we just got through a greed wave, so we know we have a little bit of time before the next one arrives. So I would actually go out in the woods past the portal. I would gamble and go past the portal and try to find a chest with some money that I can loot.
Oh, that's right.
To get like a little quick economy boost. Just to really get those units back so that we don't end up in a slippery slope of sliding and not like barely making it through, because now you lost a bunch of troops, and for the next night you don't want to lose any more, so you want to make sure that you get those defenses back up as quick as possible, because every night is going to be harder than the previous one.
Yeah, I forgot about the treasure chests. Thanks for reminding me.
Now that we're playing the survival mixtapes, which is the new game mode, we are no longer following the story, and we're also, look at this. This is not something that we're used to seeing out in the summer camp level. So we are seeing one of the mounts from, this is actually from the last level in the game. So
it is.
We have mixed and matched a little bit and decided to randomize what kind of mounts you're getting, and a few other things as well. So you don't know exactly what tools you're going to have at your disposal when you take on the challenge that is survival mixtapes. So this time around you actually have the doggo, but you can't afford it because you don't have enough coins.
No. So I want to spend all my coins.
And now we're at the point, like, you've been out for a while. The greed could be coming pretty soon. Like, are you daring / stupid enough to venture out further?
I think
because if you go past that portal and the greed wave spawns, you are in a really bad spot. So if I were you, I would probably not do that.
You see, I triggered them. I just hope that I have enough strength to pedal back to my camp. Please, leader. I have leader on my jacket, so that should give me extra points, please.
Oh yeah, you got the gorgeous leader pin.
Please, Tinker, please. Do you see them? Can you spot them from the tower? Can you spot them from the tower, please? No! Not again. Because I thought that maybe they would go back. No,
now you're just like bringing them back.
Hey, you want to join the camp? There you go. All right, we got one more trooper with us. Okay, and maybe one more. I know I may be spending money recklessly, but hey, we all live one life, right? So make the most out of it. And you see, it's during the day, and the greed already spawned. So what you don't dare attack my troopers.
That's the thing. The further out you are from your camp walls, the sooner the greed is gonna be spawning.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So the greed arrives at night, but they arrive at your walls at night. Yeah. So if you venture too far out, you might meet them halfway. So you'll actually be seeing the greed waves sooner than expected.
Never thought about that.
Oh well, I'm giving you all the background details.
Give me all the tips. I might as well win. No, I won't win. No, not again.
Happening? Oh no. no, poor kids.
Not again. Kids
This
run.
this is not the summer camp they signed up for, you
No.
know.
Okay, pedal, love, please. Just pedal.
Oh, I bet you wish you could have afforded.
I was working out all the summer just for this specific moment to pedal my bike as far as I can, please. Okay, and I even
I bet
still
you wish
have
you could have
money.
afforded that car out there, because that would have given you a little bit of an edge here.
I wish I could afford the dog at least. That would help a lot.
Wow, hang in there, Daria. You got this.
All right. Why can I not just go to the tower? That would be so helpful. Actually, can I spend some money here? I can. Oh, no.
You can, to trigger kind of a quest objective. So even though we're not playing the story mode, you still... Oh, look at that! You got the bronze
Did you
crab.
see that? I got
Good job.
Doggy,
Good
doggy,
job,
doggy,
Daria.
I know.
So even though we're not playing the campaign,
Yeah.
we still don't start with the whole crew. You still have to recruit them. We're not seeing the cutscenes or anything, but you still have to fulfill her request to have the Tinkerer join your team.
I see.
But once she does, she's pretty useful, I would say.
So is it possible, like in the main campaign, to have your friends with you here in the camp?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's really awesome. Because I was wondering, maybe it's just the leader, but like surviving night after night. But if we can have our friends, that's a much better defense tactic.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely say that getting your friends recruited and aboard is almost necessary to really be able to reach those high scores. Those high scores, you're not going to get there on your own. You're going to need the champ and the tinkerer to help you out. And this is also something new that we just passed here. That we kind of... It's a little throwback from Kingdom 2 Crowns. So we brought back the statues. So these are different statues that will randomly appear in the woods. Every time you play a mixtape, you are not quite sure which one of the statues you're going to get. And this one, if you were to pay for it, you would get a permanent buff for your knights.
Let's try this.
So having this statue activated gives your knights an extra edge, I would say. Become stronger and... they're going to be even better. And this is also something that we've done a little bit of balancing too, because in Kingdom 80s, we have, when you upgrade your camp enough, you will be able to pay to have some of the kids turn into knights. So they'll pick up a trash can shield and a little sword, and they will help defend the walls. So what happened in our latest patch, where we released the survival mixtape, is that we did a little bit of balancing to these knights as well.
Yeah.
So we kind of put them through some extra training, so to speak. So previously they had a very defensive role on the team. So they would stick around the walls. They would help you defend against the greed. But from now on, even both in mixtapes and in the full story mode campaign, they are actually more aggressive, and they are on the offensive side of things. So they are actually going to be joining you when you go out on a siege, and when you attack greed portals, they will join you and help you fight. So they have learned to do an attack. So the knights are actually even more powerful now. So that's one of the balancing changes that we're also introducing with this patch.
Yeah.
So you getting that knight statue will make those knights even more helpful. But you will have to upgrade your castle a little bit more to be able to recruit the knights here.
Oh, that sounds pretty cool. I just need to get my money back and my people, ideally. But hey, the point of the game is not to lose your crowns. And you see, guys, I still have my crowns.
You lost all your gold, but not your crown.
I lost my gold, and I might have lost my my gates here, but like my fortifications. But hey, I still have.
So you're kind of in a tricky situation right now, because you have a lot of kids that are. They don't have a lot of tools. They don't have a lot to work with. So even if you paid to have them repair the walls, none of them have a hammer to do it, because you've lost all those hammers, you've lost all those bows, and now Daria,
rabbit, get it. No, kids, I'll pay you in advance. No, just get a crown, please.
Well, the game says it all. No crown, no heroes.
No, the game. Why are you so cruel? God damn it. Okay, maybe something will interrupt the greed. Dog, please, come on, I'll pay some
Nope.
No, not even the deer. The deer, you were supposed to be the animal of honor.
Yeah, so as we promised, the survival mixtapes will bring a little bit more of a challenge. So there's no difficulty settings for you to choose or anything. It's the setting that is, but as you notice, it will ramp up and become pretty difficult pretty quick.
Yeah, that was my try. I guess I kind of did not probably my like super best, but I was trying really hard, and I really put effort into fortification, and I spent a lot of money in the beginning of the on the archers, because this is what I do usually when I play Kingdom 80s. But hey, I survived 4 days. I got some kind of crown.
You got a bronze crown.
So how cool is that? I mean, like, I have something to be proud of. It wasn't totally bad.
Yeah, I mean, you tried.
Yeah,
that's what matters.
So maybe you could like give me some tips, like, or like you saw how I was playing. Maybe there were some obvious mistakes or something that we could tell our players, like, you saw this, you definitely don't do that because you see the result.
Well, I mean, I usually try to go back and check my walls like every night. Okay, how are we doing? Is anything broken? Do I seem to have enough resources over on this side? Because in the survival mixtapes, you will see greed coming from both sides all the time. So it's not like, oh, I just need to focus on this side. No, you need to keep your camp safe from both sides. So making sure that you have a good balance with enough stuff going on to protect you on both of those sides.
So it's a lot about, as you can see, guys, it's a lot about strategy and what you have, like your money management, your people management. Like it's a bit of a re-strategizing from the main campaign, from what I understand. Because by the 4th day in the main campaign, I'm pretty sure I would still be alive and going. But Yes. So you want to give it a stab? Let's see how long Angelica will last.
Oh, yeah.
The almighty Angelica. All right, let's see. So let's try to restart this level, and now it's gonna be Angelica trying this survival mixtape.
Yeah.
I'm going to pretend like I'm smart and I know this game inside out, so I will put in like smart glasses.
Ooh.
Yep, like totally not confusing what I'm seeing, but hey.
I was playing, I'm a right-handed, and I realized, like, why am I playing with my left hand? That feels...
I mean, maybe
look at that! I've got, like, my blazon is matching your glasses.
Oh, you see?
Yes.
Is it good or is it bad? Maybe I did this on purpose. Maybe the glasses are working for me. You never know.
Perfection.
So all of this is to make you feel more relaxed and more confident in yourself, but in reality, me and the glasses are plotting something.
Exactly. What are you plotting, though?
I mean, obviously, like, I lost after 4 days, and, you know, you're the almighty expert of the Kingdom games, so, you know.
Yeah. So my initial strategy here is to kind of get my bearings first. So I would go out and have a look. Okay, what do we got here? Do I have any buildings I want to focus on expanding to? Where is my crew at? So I just got out and found that Champ is sitting out there. He needs my help to find his trophy. It's a classic by now. I'm trying to expand a little bit. I'm trying to get more kids because, you know, we want to have enough kids. But the kids are kind of useless unless you have tools for them. So it's like, how do I balance my money? What are you spending on? But I want to make sure that whatever greed threat arrives this night, I want to make sure that I don't lose any resources.
Yeah, that sounds like a fair point. I had to learn the hard way, but hey.
Yeah. But what I like about this level is that you do get a wall for free. So you get a pretty good wall on this side, which is free. So free walls.
Hey, free walls. How does that sound?
Exactly.
Also, guys, really wanted to remind you that we are on the Steam Strategy Fest right now, and we have some really, really good discounts on all Kingdom titles. So check it out. If you played one of the Kingdom games, it's a good chance to really give it a try to another one. And you know, they all are quite different. They all have something very special about them, so just have a look. See what you like. Those are pretty cool.
Okay, so now I've been scouting both sides, kind of getting a good idea of what's out there, and it's starting to get late in the day, so I'm gonna head back. And the question is, like, do I pop a coin in here and pick it up?
So you can pop a coin there. Oh.
Yeah. First, you need to trigger the quest first. So you need to find the champ, give him a coin to have him ask you for the
Oh yes, I
trophy.
remember. I think I was in the main campaign, right?
Yeah, I mean, like I'm pretty eager to get him, but I just realized now that I might not have enough resources to withstand the greed wave that's gonna come my way.
That's the pro moves, all right. Yeah.
So let's buy some more bows. This is probably me being way too greedy.
Yeah, I mean,
because we've got a nasty greed wave coming in here.
And you're being greedy for the greed.
Oh my god, there are so many.
I did better.
I'm gonna try.
One.
Oh no, I dropped the trophy. Crap! No, he took it.
He took the trophy. He can?
Yes.
Oh my god.
No, that was not what I was gonna do. That was not what I intended.
My plot is working. My plot is working. Yay.
No way.
That's the fastest playthrough I've seen of Kingdom Hearts.
No way.
I won. Whoever was Team Daria, guys, you see, you are the best. You stick with the best.
Am I fired now? Did I just lose my job?
Oh my god, that was priceless. This is gonna.
I had this whole plan. I was gonna bribe the greed to just let me take the trophy, and I would have the champ from day one, and we could choose these amazing abilities to just keep the greed at bay. We're out fully expanded. And I kind of messed up a bit.
I know where you lost because you said you were greedy, and the greed heard it and came.
Do I get another try?
I don't know, guys. Do you think Angelica should get another try? So this is up to you fully right now. If you think that Angelica should have another try, let's see. Just message us and and we will give it another try. Otherwise, I'm gonna get coronated and be claimed as the best Kingdom player ever there.
Come on, Angelica, show them how it's done.
Yes, okay, Angelica, it looks like somebody in there is on your side after all. It isn't your kids in the camp or your kingdom abilities for that matter.
That was so bad.
The community decided that you deserve another try.
I love that though. Thank you guys.
Community, thank you. Without you, then Angelica would not be able to play again. Probably ever after something like that.
I'm a kind of like high risk, high reward kind of girl. That's who I am at heart. I
kind of admire it. Like when you know that there is night and there is greed.
And I mean, I would rather play very risky during the first couple of nights to get a good solid foundation where I have a good economy rolling. I got the money coming in. I just kind of fucked up. I'm sorry.
I mean, next time you will not be calling yourself greedy because maybe this is how you call them.
Okay.
You know? They're like,
do you want me to be more like conservative with how I spend my money and how much of a greed threat I attract? I
just want you to do everything to lose again, so I could get my crown for sure.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like I need another shot at this. You know, it's like I'm not ready to give up.
You practice your muscles, exercise a little bit. Maybe that will help. Like this, yes.
Yeah, or maybe if I'm not greedy, as you said.
Yeah, just
give it another go.
It's really cool tips though that you can trigger the quests and everything, even in the survival mixtape. So if you guys thought that survival mixtapes is not just about the survival, it's actually not. You can still do the quests. You can still get your friends. So that was in a way a demonstration of that. Doesn't always go perfect, but still.
So main priority here, first night, like get a wall up. Make sure that you have walls. Make sure that you have a couple of archers. And like whenever I see a kid that I haven't recruited, I try to recruit them. Because there is a limit to how many kids you have spawning each night. So it is important. Oh, look at this.
Yeah.
Do you recognize this one? I'm afraid that if I pay for this one, I am gonna get another greed wave coming my way, and I'm not making that mistake again. But we actually got a pretty cool thing. Like instead of a statue, you may have a coin bucket spawn, and this one will give us a bigger pouch to store our money in, which will, for when you save up for a rainy day, you're gonna need a big bank to put it in. So
and when you fortify your defenses, especially, because you would need a lot of funds and a lot of space to put those funds in.
Yep. So we're pedaling as fast as we can. I'm also picking up these chests. look at this.
Yeah. Does this pendant do anything?
It does.
Oh,
It's a mount spawn.
interactable.
It's just like we are just not able to
To do it.
recruit just yet.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I am not going to tell you how to get it, but I'm going to keep my eyes open for an opportunity during our play session today. We'll see if we can return to this beautiful little heart-shaped bag hanging from a branch.
Let's have a look. But I've always wondered if it's actually interactable, because I guess it's because I'm like, whenever I'm outside of the camp, I'm just trying to be really fast because I'm worried about the greed coming at any point.
Yes.
So I pedal really fast and I skip all the interactables, which I feel like might be like a common mistake for a lot of players. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, there is a lot of things that, as we talked about before, there is a sense of mystery to Kingdom. There's that joy in discovering how things work, what things are, and how do you get them. So finding something that you're not able to interact with, it's always that kind of tickling feeling of, I think I should be able to do something here. I just don't know what's required to be able to do it. And sometimes it's something that you need to do as a player. Sometimes it's a special scenario that you need to find or figure out or wait for.
Yeah, for sure. And sometimes you feel like there is something, and there actually is something, you're just not ready for it yet, or you just don't have something for that yet. And it's really cool that this intuitive feeling, it's like the game designers really understood you or how you will think. And that's really cool, because that way you interact with the game without any actual like keyboard or mouse. You feel like it understands you, and that's a very unique feeling, I think.
Yeah.
Not many games have something like that, for sure.
Okay, so it's nighttime and the grid is probably getting close.
I was always curious about this fork and knife thing. Like, is this a place where we can eat or something?
This is one of the economy buildings that the kids can work out to get a little extra pocket money, do some chores, and get that hard-earned cash that will help us. So
yeah, it always looks so inviting.
But we need to make it safe. It's not like they're going to go out and sit in the woods when the greed attacks. So we need to make it safe and cozy for them, and then we can have the kids actually start using the buildings. And same thing with the pool here.
It's like every time I play and I survive longer than 4 nights usually, like I often have to venture to that side of the map. And every time I pass, like after enough times have passed that you pedal by that sign, you start feeling hungry. Like, I'm not joking, that works. I'm like, maybe it's good time for crisps or something.
Are so great as well. Like when you paid for it and it's an active building, you can hear the cutlery is clinging and the dishes are making noises and everything. So it's like those little sound cues are also contributing.
They're very authentic. Like when you hear them, it really feels like they're real, that there is somebody cooking there and actually having fun.
Did you know that I have one of the very few voice lines in Kingdom 80s?
Really? Which one?
Yeah, I mean, we haven't voiced the script, we haven't voiced the characters, but there is a couple of words being shouted at the later stages of the game when you can have the kids work at a little restaurant. So you can have them serve pizza.
Oh, yeah, pizza, I remember that.
Yeah, and when the kids are working at the pizza stall, the kids are yelling, "Pizza time!"
Yeah.
And that's me. I am the pizza kid voice. Yeah.
Now, guys, let me tell you a story.
So, you're looking at the face of Pizza Girl.
That's the pizza girl, right? Like, let me tell you a story. I started playing Kingdom 80s when I was very, very ill. I was at home, literally in my bed, under the blankets, and I was like going through all the maps and just observing the gameplay, and just kind of, I had like really strong fever, and like all the synths, they were kind of like very dreamy, and I felt even more immersed in the game than I've ever been. But the point is that like I remember, like I don't remember like everything in detail from that playthrough, but the pizza thing I remember a lot.
I'm feverish pizza kiddo.
Yeah, like to me, I remember that pizza, that kid who was yelling pizza, and I remember how much I wanted pizza. Like I was under the blanket in that state, and I was like, please somebody bring me pizza.
I am not sure if it's I don't know if it's a good idea, but I really, really want it. So
how did you get so much money? How did I miss that?
Oh,
no, run.
I was gonna do the thing where I took my old plan failed. I'm gonna bribe him off. You think I can do that?
I mean, we can absolutely try, I think, but I wonder what kind of plane it was. Like, I was distracted for like 1 minute and you got a full pouch of money. How does that work?
So that's like one of the main goals early on is just like get that economy rolling. You need to make sure that you have enough money when you need it. So if I would have gone out here and done what I just did without any money in my pouch, I would have been so screwed.
Yeah, I can confirm that I was screwed not so long ago without the money.
I was actually trying to pick up this little car, this toy car that I can drive, and I would have been able to, set the greed on fire, but now I had to use the coins in my bag to bribe them to go away. But we got the trophy, and now we can go back and recruit the champ and have him join our team, and he will actually help us take out the greed by doing some really, really awesome kicks.
Yeah, because he's the one who defends the most, I guess. Like with the I really like the animation on this car.
Mm-hmm.
Like especially when it accelerates, it's just so beautiful and so subtle somehow as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, wow, the pizza thing like really got me.
Tasty pizza. Yeah. The thing like when we were doing that, I was joking. We had a meeting with our sound designer Magnus Valdestad, and I was joking because I was quite sick and I had lost my voice and I was having problems talking, and we started joking about it, like we should do it, and I ended up recording it a couple of times, and it's like, let's do it. Let's put the pizza voice in there. So yeah. So how did the whole pizza idea came to be? Like it could be anything, but somehow it was specifically pizza. So that's actually a really cute Easter egg because our creative producer Gordon used to work at DICE together with our designer Alan Kurtz, and the pizza place later in the game is actually called DICE's Pizza, and it has 2 dice as a symbol, and one of the dice are 4 and the other one is 2, which also is a little Easter egg because they worked on Battlefield 1942 together. So that's like a little secret that they put in there, and now I just spoiled it for everybody. But it's like there are so many details in this game that tells tiny stories like that.
And I think this is what makes this game so special, that it has so many tiny stories that some of them some of them you can recognize because there is a lot of Easter eggs like the jaws and stuff like that. Yeah.
I mean, we drew a lot of inspiration from our own childhoods in the 80s, especially Gordon's, but also from the movies that we saw. It was like, bring out the popcorn, and we have so many fun Easter eggs and references in the games to just the pop culture stuff that we grew up with. So it's really just us telling stories about the things that we loved as kids, and it's just we've been having so much fun with it. Okay, here's the thing. Here's another strategy thing. We got the economy building here, so now we finally made it safe for this little tent with a knife and fork to be able to be used. So we built a little wall here that's very good at protecting it, and now we can pay for it to have it rebuilt. So now we're building it, paying a little piece of gold for that.
Now we'll hear the clinking of the dishes and forks and knives, and we'll get hungry again. Yay!
So now look at it, super
that's
cute.
So cozy.
Yeah, and eventually one of our little workers or little kids that doesn't have a job is going to go here, and they're going to start working, and we're going to get some coins out of it. So this is cool. Like one of the main ways to get money in Kingdom 80s.
Mm-hmm. So that it happens automatically. You don't technically need to make them cooks or anything. They just
you
get
just
the
need
job.
to make sure that it's safe within your camp, that it's daytime, and that you have some little kids that are willing to go there and work.
Yeah.
We could expand to this cone as well. Like we could build a little wall here, and then we would have this berry bush within our walls. We could technically do that and have it paid for and have little kids work there too. But I'm kind of leaning towards not doing it at this point because it's the end of the day. The greed is going to be here soon, and if I start expanding, I'm going to have a very weak wall out here, which is not going to withstand a lot of attacks. So I'm actually not feeling super confident in doing that right now. I'd rather wait and try to build that wall in the morning so that I have a chance to upgrade it once or twice to make sure that I have a really solid, sturdy wall there. Because if I do have a weak wall and it gets beaten down, and when the greed come, there's a chance that they will start hurting my troops. And that'll that would cause them to lose their bows, and buying new bows takes time, costs money, and that is that's a bad thing.
You're definitely not
I'm thinking economy here, honey.
Not an impulsive spender unlike somebody else here, but...
Well, oh, right, we got the trophy, and we need to actually go and return it to the champ. I risked my butt for that, so we should probably go give it to our new friend and have him join our team.
Yeah, that would probably help a lot, but there is, on the other hand, there is more greed coming as well, right? Because like you get more and more of them every night, but also when you recruit your friends, I assume that the greed gets stronger too.
Exactly. So what you've seen me doing here is kind of, I've been going outside of camp. I've been, exploring. I've been getting the trophy and everything. And what I've been doing is I've been ignoring the camp a little bit. So now we're in a tricky position where we do not have a good wall here. We have a pretty bad wall. I'm going to put some fire in there. See if that...
Oh, fire does something as well.
Yeah, fire is great. I love fire. Fire is awesome.
Fire is awesome.
Okay, so what we saw here was actually pretty interesting. So I'd only spent a couple of coins upgrading this wall. So it was a pretty weak wall, and that wall would not have withstood the attack. It didn't. The greed broke through. I was able to be here and kind of give him a hand with my... Ooh, bronze crown. I was able to give them a hand with my very gorgeous fire vehicle.
You just burn everything.
But the thing is now, if I had been out fucking around on the other side of the camp, I would not have seen this, and I would not have known that my camp is completely unprotected from this side. So now I really need to make sure that I spend some time focusing on building up my defenses. I've been going on the offensive a little bit on the other side there, expanding a lot and trying to get the champ recruited. So let's go cash in that trophy.
Let's see how the champ is doing. He looks quite lonely here.
You found my trophy!
Yay! Giving the trophy back. I mean, that's a lot of trophies.
Let's get to work. Okay, so now I know that I'm gonna have a much bigger chance with any greed threat that I'm facing, because I got my buddy Champ here, and he is one hell of a machine when it comes to kicking greed ass. He is a machine, let me tell you.
Yeah, he's an absolute defense machine, that's for sure. And it's always great to have your friends, like it's great when your friends just support you as well, but when they have a giant dumpster to beat off all your enemies, that makes them even better, isn't it?
It's not just about fending off the global greed threat, it's about the friends we made along the way.
Absolutely.
Kind of thing.
It's the friendship after all that matters the most.
Exactly. So we are expanding a little bit more, but as you see, I try to stay kind of close to camp and make sure that we are rebuilding our defense, because so it's kind of always going back and forth. Like the game has its day and night cycle. Like, day you go out, you explore, you spend money. Night you just defend yourself against the greed waves. So there's kind of that cycle going on. But I also have my own mental cycle going on where I'm like, okay, now I'm expanding, now I'm pushing forward. Okay, now I'm trying to make sure that we have good defenses, and sometimes I have, trying to focus on getting the economy going.
I can really tell. Like, I was just, I feel like it's time to invest into archers, I invest. Like, I feel like it's time to fortify, I fortify. Like, there is no real...
But you definitely get, like, a feeling for it. You learn the ebb and flow, the vibes going on. Like, you can get a hunch. Like, okay, where do I need to put my focus right now to make sure that I have what I need? I'm a little bit greedy right now. This may come as a risky choice to expand my wall this far out, this late at night, but I'm not too worried. Like, I'm pretty confident that I have a good wall on the other side of the kingdom, so I could stick around here and help out when night comes and put a little fire carpet out for these guys. Look at this.
You really love the fire carpets. Oh no, they are goners. Oh no, they are on fire.
Yes, look at that.
It's almost like a party.
No. Oh crap. But those had masks on, so they're a little bit more powerful.
A bit stronger. But I take it you have a limited supply of fire.
Yeah, I mean, there's the stamina meter. As you can see, I was just like bouncing the hood of the car to get some stamina back. So whenever you run out of stamina, you can just stand still. And you'll regain some of that stamina. Usually when you're on a bike, you take a swig from your bottle. and drink some juice to regain that stamina.
Yeah.
But with the car, you do the little banging motion instead, and you see the little blue lights lighting up on it.
Yeah, the car is the argument you cannot beat, I guess. The fire especially. But like, I just really wanted to say that I really love this game because it's no matter what kind of player you are, whether you're like me who just like, oh, I can spend money, I have money, let's spend it. Or like you're like Angelica strategizing everything and like trying to plan and bring a kind. Wait, what? They attacked!
Yeah, okay, so remember when I said, I'm pretty sure I've got a good wall on the other side of the kingdom?
Yeah. Let's see about that.
I was wrong.
Yeah, I guess.
I was very wrong, apparently.
But yeah, the point
Look at this. We have a whole bunch of kids without tools, without jobs, and I'm betting that I do not have a single wall on this side of the kingdom. Yeah. So here's the thing, like everything you thought you knew about how to
you
play
thought you
kingdom,
were safe.
I thought I was safe.
Yeah.
So the thing here that happens as well is like, okay, this economy building is no longer inside of the walls of the camp, so it's no longer safe for the kids to go to work. Yeah. So I just lost an important part of my economy, which means that I will have less money to spend as the greed waves keeps growing steadily.
That's a lot of
will
kids.
not be able to spend as much money until I expand. So right now I'm looking for money. I have a lot of kids. I don't need to recruit more kids right now, but I need money.
Yeah.
This guy had a single coin.
A single coin. Yeah, so the point I was making a bit earlier is that you can strategize or plan, or you can play the game impulsively. Both ways, it's fun, guys. Like, really. Losing here is part of the fun. So and you're getting better every time you're going through this. So no matter what kind of player you are, whether you have played Kingdom games before, or Kingdom 80s specifically before, or you're completely new, there is something for everybody here. Like, it's cool just to be here. Like, I like, for example, honestly, my guilty pleasure, just sometimes find a cool spot and just stand there. Like, really, just stand there and just enjoy the view. And I just look at this screenshot and I feel so peaceful, or like so much in. And that's part of the pleasure of playing this game, part of the fun. So no matter like what you prefer, whether you're like a heavy strategizer or whether you're just like doing some random stuff for fun, like this game gives you both. So if you haven't played it yet,
the soundtrack is amazing. I listen to the soundtrack all the time. It is. So
if you haven't played it, definitely give it a try. Like, it's totally worth it. It's totally worth the time. And I like that a lot of players, they also, like me, for example, even, I just sometimes play it after work for fun. You know, it's a type of a situation when you're like, you're supposed to, like, you work on this game, you're supposed to play it. But sometimes you just put it up and you're like, oh, I'm just gonna play a little bit to make sure I understand the new concepts, the new updates. And they're like, whoops. I guess it's been like, what, 2-3 hours? It's like, I didn't even notice. Like, I even forgot to record it because it was just so much fun. So, yeah, guys, like, if you haven't tried it yet, or if you like Kingdom 80s or Survival Mixtapes, this is a fantastic chance to do it. Like, the guys did a huge work to push the update to make the Survival Mixtapes, so definitely check it out.
Oh, so
and the champ is being the strongest here.
Once again, me strategizing, figuring out that maybe the greed wave is going to be a little bit strong for my weak ass wall over here. So I'm just going to go out and soften them up a little bit before they arrive. Yeah. So I just set them on fire. If you love somebody, set them on fire. Is that
fire is a strong argument here for sure. Like, I wish I knew about it before.
How are we doing over here? Not good. We are not doing good.
They're not doing
but
good.
Am I at least okay? I'm at night 6, so at least I'm past your record. You know,
yes, technically, you know, technically you had one day.
Okay, yeah, okay, I did have one day.
But okay, 6 is pretty good. I gotta say, it's a bit hard on this mode, so 6 days is pretty strong.
It is like it's more of a challenge for sure, and just the chance of getting to play around with new mounts that maybe it's mounts that you missed during your first playthrough. Like, since the mount spawns on the mixtapes are completely random. Oh, look at that. Do you see in the background? What do we have? We have a rainbow. What do you think that means? I wonder what that means. Could that be
a peaceful day without the greed?
No.
Oh,
It is not.
One
But
can
it is a
only
clue to
hope.
something else that we actually talked about earlier in this stream. But I do not have enough money to actually make use of it, so unfortunately.
No, economy planning let you down just once.
Man, I thought I had it. I was like, this is going so well. I'm doing good. I have the champ. I have my little car. I've got everything a leader could wish for.
Is it connected to the unicorn?
It is.
It's the mouth thing, right?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, is that the heart-shaped pendant on the tree?
You need rain to make a rainbow, honey.
Oh,
You
but
know
that
that's
looks
how
so
it
nice.
works. So some of these things, like once you realize, it's like, oh. And I was like, I love that feeling. Like when you figure things out and when you discover how things work in Kingdom. That's
like
I
everything
really
is
love that.
here for a reason. Like I start to understand after a certain time. But it's just, like even if you don't figure out that it's actually a thing connected to the mount, it's still really nice to just see a rainbow out of nowhere. Because you are like in the middle of fighting monsters.
Yeah.
And suddenly in the middle of this darkness and this pink.
The world is so pretty.
Yeah, there is still so much
I don't
beauty.
think. See, I built
you
a wall
might
instead. That was not what I was gonna do. I don't have enough money.
I'd really love to see one. We all dream of seeing unicorn one day. Wouldn't that be nice? Even if it's in the game.
Oh, I have to tell you now that I was just about to press a button on the keyboard that would have brought up the debug menu so that I could cheat some coins for myself.
No.
Because I'm so used to playing the development builds. Which they do have a little bit of sheets going on, so in case you need to
They
create
have a few
certain
perks.
situations, etc., you can do that.
Yeah.
So I was like quickly just gonna like press that button, get some extra coins in my bag, because I couldn't, like, during testing you get so used to cheating a little bit.
I mean, but you have to go through various
but this
parts
is
of the
legit.
game.
No, this is a legit run. I don't have any cheats at my disposal, just my wits and my courage, and that is not really going all the way right now.
Oh no!
I don't have enough money. That's like I have all these kids just
That's a relatable
loitering, not making themselves useful. Okay, so we are. I feel like we're still trying to claw back from the nasty situation that we ended up in, where I had not fortified my walls enough.
Yeah.
That's where we are right now. I'm just trying to make sure that we. Okay, so if I go out here, whoopsie.
No.
Okay, so I think I might have sacrificed some money to keep these nasty greed away. Let's look at that. Okay, we still lost it.
A
Okay,
little bit. But the fire is so strong.
let's just pay to repair that one. Keep this one going. I think it's time we get some of these kids back on our payroll.
Because there's a lot of them loitering.
Yeah, they're just hanging around. But I don't see a big reason to bring the kids along if we don't have any money to actually buy tools for them.
Yeah, that's true.
I was like, we're not getting any money. Like, I keep losing everything, so we're not getting that economy rolling.
This mode sounds and looks way more intense.
Oh no, look at that. It's a red number.
It's the red number, guys.
That means that
what does that mean?
less screwed.
Is Angelica
a blood
going
moon is coming. I don't know about
There's
this.
still the rainbow, though. Blood moon and the rainbow are like two opposite things, if you think about it.
So now, okay, what can we do? How do we turn this around? I need money. How do we get money? Maybe the kids over here will have some money for me. Yeah,
because you build the defenses right next to them. So
I mean, I could.
They can start cooking there.
Yeah,
and generate some
I also
money.
feel like I could potentially find a chest if I go out in this direction.
Yeah.
Far enough.
Do you feel adventurous?
Where are their kids here?
I mean, but the game spawns them every night or so, no?
Yeah, they do. But they're so far out. Okay.
More houses covered. So let's see what we are going to find in the forest, in the rain, in the darkness.
Look at this. We've got a chest. Oh, look at that. We got
Shark teeth.
a Holomax theater.
Oh, that's
yes.
that's from the mall.
Yes.
Yeah, that is from the mall.
So this is like, it's kind of sticking out a little bit, but I love that you can actually get that mount on this level. It's one of the fun things with the mixtape. It's like we're playing with what you have access to, what tools you have at your disposal.
Yeah.
And as you can see, I'm really enjoying my my little fire car here. It's giving me quite some great things to work with when it comes to figuring out how to protect the crown from the greed, because I am struggling right now.
I can tell. I can also see that in this mode you often have to re-strategize. Like you basically re-strategize all the time. So in the main campaign, I remember I had a feeling that I at least had the basics figured out, but it feels like here you're never really safe. Like it's just like what happened to Angelica. She said that the other part of the kingdom was fine, but as we could see, like it really wasn't. Yeah,
the greed waves are ramping up in difficulty really fast in this game mode.
I can see that.
So I'm really curious to see how far players can get and have people compare their high scores.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I'm just hearing bad news all over here. This is not good. Okay.
It's good that they don't have fire.
Yeah, I think if we get some more kids, we get some bows for them, because what we need right now is to make sure that we can shoot when they arrive. But I also want to save a couple of coins in my bag, because if I try to help out against the greed waves that are coming, I might end up getting hit a few times, and I would rather have them hit coins out of my bag. Oh, look at that. Yeah, I'd rather have them, you know,
they look pretty strong. No.
Take the coins out of my bag rather than the.
Whoop! I can do it. No worries. Oh, we overpressed the buttons a little bit. No. That's the worst. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Windows just asked if I wanted to turn on sticky keys.
Yeah, like we pressed too many
and I lost control of the window. Oh my gosh.
Windows was trying to protect you, but it ended up actually sabotaging your playthrough.
Yes.
I'm so sorry.
So this is like, this is a bad greed play. It was like one of the crown stealers just jumped out of nowhere, stole my crown on during the blood moon, and we got our ass handed to us.
And we didn't even have a chance to defend. That's the worst. But anyway, like it happened, like the delay was like what, 5-10 seconds, and we still didn't have a chance to find it.
If I hadn't done that, I'd like to believe that I would have been able to pick up my crown. That's like a gamble that I sometimes do. I'm like, I'm okay with having my crown knocked off because I know I'm going to be able to pick it up again. But if you don't, then you are screwed. I mean, I would love to show the 5th mixtape, because I want to talk a little bit about it. Can I do that?
Let's have a look at the 5th mixtape, because it looks so mysterious, right? I have no idea what's even in there.
Exactly. So now we've been focusing on playing the first of the 4 mixtape that are based on different locations of the game. So there's one for each location. You get to revisit that location. The first level you do not get to meet the Wiz, because the Wiz is not present here, but on 2, 3, and 4 you get to have the whole crew with you eventually. And you can do the siege, and you can build the turrets and all of that jazz. But for the 5th tape, so here's kind of the story. When we started doing the mixtapes, we were like, okay, what can we do with a new game mode? We want to do some kind of survival mode. We want to have the endless greed waves. We want to make sure that players are really getting that challenge, and they get a chance to, try different strategies and stuff. So we started trying one of the levels. Like, okay, we give them summer camp. We'll see what happens. We'll try it. And we started doing that. And then we felt like, heck yes, this is fun. Let's do it. And we did the other locations. So each of the mixtapes that we have in the game corresponds to one of the levels. And then one of our designers, Jocke, he started working on a little something. And it kind of came from when we released a demo for Kingdom 80s a while back. What happens was that we wanted the demo to be kind of limited in some way, so there would be a hard stop. So after a couple of nights playing the demo, we would send an impossibly hard greed wave that would just obliterate the player. And we saw a whole bunch of players being so excited about this, like, I'm gonna beat the unbeatable greed wave, and people started, trying to find out strategies to do the impossible, because we said, like, no, you can't do it. It is impossible.
Sounds like
we
a challenge.
spawned. I didn't even realize people thought it would be doable because we spawned so many greed during that unbeatable greed wave. But people just saw it as a challenge and started going at it. Like, how can we do it? What do we need? What if I play perfectly every move with this specific strategy?
Yeah.
And people went wild. So it kind of spawned from that. And we wanted to do something that felt impossibly hard.
I really love when the devs pick up on something that really the players liked, And it's cool that in the end it turned into something that you just made.
Yeah, so what happened was fairly close upon before release, like, let's just do it. So you get put together this new mixtape that is it's still based on one of the current locations, but we've changed up the rules. So let's just kick it off. Let's get going.
Let's see how it looks.
Just what we can see is the high score, the level to get a bronze crown and the silver and gold, they're much higher. You need to survive even longer with even a bigger threat going on.
And to be honest, at this point, I can't even imagine what it's like to have a bigger threat than what we've already seen. Because as you could see, it was already quite challenging, and it was just the first level.
So this is based on the second level in the game. So initially, it kind of looks the same. It's like, okay, I'm going to build a little camp.
But you have your friends with you.
I have my friends with me. Yeah, I can even recruit the Wiz on this level. So I could have the full crew and everything.
Yeah.
But there was a couple of things that are different here. So for starters, the crew is not going to be as helpful as you're used to. So you saw me kind of almost relying on having the champ kicking the greed out of the way.
Yeah.
This is not happening here. So in this 5th special mixtape, they're not attacking. So they will help you build stuff. They will help you push the dumpster and do that critical kind of things, but they are not attacking. So both the Tinkerer and the Champ here, they are not going to use their attacks. They're not going to kick the greed. They're not going to push them out of the way. You need to make sure that you take care of that by yourself.
It's great that you still have your friends with you, though. Like, it's like when I saw that you started the game already with your friends, you already feel like kind of calmer or more safe.
Yeah.
Than when you're by yourself and you know that you have to defeat from the unending waves of greed. But here it's already a little bit better.
So the other big change on this 5th ultra hardcore mixtape is that once a wall is built, if it gets destroyed by the greed, you are never able to rebuild it or repair it again.
So it's like forever.
Exactly.
It goes away forever.
So if I build this and the greed were to break through, I am not able to repair it. I have to find another wall and build that wall instead.
Yeah.
So as you can see, I'm playing much more defensively right now. I'm trying to make sure that I upgrade the walls, I get enough troops. I do want to get out and get some more kids to the camp, but I'm not going as far out as I did in the previous run, because I know that if I lose those walls, I am in big trouble. So it's really interesting. It kind of changes the whole mindset, and the whole risk and reward it's real. I can feel it here.
I really like the cute lemonade stand as well. Like, it's a nice small detail.
It's a great place to earn some extra cash. Okay, so I'm going to spend even more money just making sure that this wall is
Look
safe.
at this little one and the lawnmower. That's so cute.
Yeah.
It's so nice, like these tiny animations. Like, you can really feel like there is a real life going on in your camp, whether you're in or out. Like, there is still something going on, and I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Like, and the more you upgrade it, you can see like the kids are moving in and they're building their own stuff. And at the later stages, look at this, they just put a little notice board and build a little thing on the top of the building. And you can see when you upgrade it, the different characters bring their stuff as well. So one of the upgrades of the castle will have the champ put his trophy up, for example.
Yeah, that's quite exciting. There is this sense of life going on, even when you're doing your chores, when you're doing like fortifying something or recruiting somebody. Like, there is life happening at the same time, and that gives you a feeling that whatever you do actually has a wider impact than what you see immediately. Like, you don't just upgrade a building. Like, it gives you something new, like some, even visually. So that's really cool to observe that. Arcade, yay!
Yeah, here's the Wiz. He's gonna be a real help. Oh, look at that. We get
we get the car.
we got the
and the
car.
doggy.
Yeah, doggo.
I love the doggy. I love those cute barks.
Yeah, but I don't think we have enough money for him right now.
I wonder if like, which dog did you use to voice this dog? Maybe that was somebody's dog from the dev team.
I actually know that our sound guy Magnus has a couple of dogs, so it's technically possible that he did record one of his dogs.
Oh, that would be so cute. Like, what a cameo, like, appearing in the game that you're working on as your dog.
Oh, look at that. This is the statue we got this time.
Oh, yes.
We actually got the archer statue, which will make our archers even more powerful. That is a good spawn. That is giving us really... an edge here.
Oh, that's right, because there is like an archer in the middle, so you can figure out this is for the archers. You see? Big brain time. I figured this out. It took me just how many hours?
If you play Kingdom 2 Crowns, you're going to recognize those statues for sure.
Oh, I was playing actually Kingdom 2 Crowns, and I really loved it. I haven't played it through entirely, but it was it does have a bit of a different vibe from Kingdom 80s, but then again the setting is completely different, so no wonder in there, but it's still a very enjoyable experience for sure as well. And by the way, guys, if you tried any of the Kingdom games before, or were wondering that you want to try one, now is the perfect time for that, because we have the Steam Strategy Fest that has a lot of discounts for the Kingdom titles. So just check out what's out there at the Steam Strategy Fest page, and you will see the titles that are on sale right now, and that's a perfect chance to grab your Kingdom title and see for yourself, enjoy for yourself these wonderful games.
Yeah, and I would say Kingdom 80s is a great place to start, because it's got a good introduction to the concept of Kingdom, and we got the story-driven narrative that gives you a little bit of more of a hint of what's going on in this world, who are the greed and what's happening, and why is this crown so important. And then you can definitely move on to the other games. I mean, we got Kingdom 2 Crowns also has a multiplayer mode where you can play co-op.
That's right.
All the other Kingdom games are single player, but there is one that is co-op. Not this one though.
And Kingdom 80s is revolves a lot around the story. So here you will even see wonderful cutscenes if you haven't played the main campaign yet. So with really cool animations, really cool concept, and you will find out what the greed is, why does it come from, and what happened to the town. Why is everything here in these weird pink stains that are not supposed to be there in the normal world the last time I checked. But it's hard to see. Like, we have windows right in front of you, but we cannot look behind the curtains because we are here. Maybe it's pink there as well. You never know.
Yeah.
Because the greed can come at any point. You're never safe.
So yeah, I mean, this 5th mixtape, it's one of my favorite things that came out of this development process for the survival mixtapes.
Yeah.
It's really just us as developers having fun with the concepts, kind of bending the rules for what's expected of Kingdom, and just handing players that ultra hard challenge.
So do you feel up for the challenge, guys? Like, if you feel like the remainder of the game, the campaign or the previous mixtapes were too light for you, no, this is the mode you have to really crack and see whether you're worth the cursed crown.
Yeah, let us know how it goes. I mean, I want to see those high scores. I want to see how look at this. How am I supposed to
there's so many of them.
This amount of greed.
And we have just a few archers left. Oh, they stole a lot of money.
I think did they kill an animal? Kind of bribe them with that.
Maybe.
But,
these guys are holding.
Okay, so I did good here. I spent a lot of money fortifying my walls. I did not expand insanely far out. So yeah, I did. It's a good start, and we got the archer statue, and we paid for it, which means that our little archers are going to be even more powerful.
Stronger, yeah,
exactly.
For sure.
So yeah, I feel pretty good. Maybe this is when I get the gold crown. Who knows?
Thanks a lot. Oh, hey, you survived 3 days on the curse mode. Like, how cool is that? Like, I probably would not last. It's more than one for sure.
More than one.
All right, guys. I think it's for sure you survived for
Yeah.
a long time, and as much as it pains me, you saw my efforts, and you saw me getting very excited about the game, but still, I have to admit that I'm not always the best. So I think this wonderful crown that we have reserved here for the winner
Yeah.
today goes to Angelica. Da, 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 da,
Wow,
da,
I kind of feel like I haven't really earned it though, like me dying after one night because I was stupid and reckless. But I mean, that's Kingdom for you. It's all about kind of risk and reward, baby. Risk and reward.
I mean, this is what it's like to be a real monarch. One day you win, one day you lose, you know, one day you survive the cursed mode somehow for 3 days. Like, life is so
Wow.
unpredictable, especially when you're playing Kingdom.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just to remind you guys, we have the Steam Strategy Fest going on. If you haven't checked out the deals that we have, please do. The discounts are pretty cool on all Kingdom titles, so have a look. And we will see you in the next stream. Thank you very much for joining us today. We hope you enjoyed. And see you. Play Kingdom, and we will be in touch. Have a lovely rest of the day.
Peace out.
Bye-bye.